Show me the most recent sale
Okay.
in that street or neighborhood.
Okay, so the most recent sale will be this one here, which is, look at that, 2 houses from the house. It's perfect.
So what I can tell about that house right now, landscaping is huge. What's the square footage?
966, so it's
So
small house.
1,600 square foot less than ours.
Yeah, I mean, it's really small house, so this is great count for us because if this brought,
Hey, J-Rock, come here.
this brought,
What we're doing now is, a lot of people ask about running comps for a property, and obviously there's advantage having Francis on the team because he has MLS access and can give more detail than mostly Zillow will. But if you don't have MLS access, Zillow is still a good place to find data. It's just that sometimes all the data does not get populated to Zillow. And inside of, and here's the reason why I care so much about these numbers. I really want to find the perfect ARV prior to going out to this appointment, because this is something we might hold as a flip ourselves. So I need to really know the ARV and not just a round number. I need to know exactly what it is. So right now he's just typed in the street name and he's basically showing me the most recent sales on that. And go back to the first one for me. So 900 square feet.
966 square feet.
Look,
And that is
what is our
houses down from our subject house.
what is the details on the subject house? How many bedrooms?
So it's still 3 bedroom, 2 bath.
So it's a 3 bedroom, 2 bath.
Yeah.
And then with that, how many square footage?
1560. So
1560. So I'm gonna round it to 1600.
right. So it's
Right.
600 more than this house.
So when you're looking for comps,
Yeah.
where do you want to keep a comparable property in? If your subject is a 3.2 at 1600, where are you comply trying to be around?
I mean, we want to look. I mean, the idea is another 3.2.
Another 3.2 within 200 square feet, right?
Exactly, 200 square feet, and you know the closest, the best, and then this is not a 3.2.
So here we
Tell us
are.
about this
So
market.
three doors down from our house. This house took 11 days to sell. It sold over asking price at 160. This property is 2 bedroom.
2 bedroom, 1 bath.
2 bedroom, 1 bath, 906, but it's beautiful. I mean, they did the landscaping good and they did some good stuff. Show me the next.
So this one will be, it's a 4 bedroom.
Okay, so we're out of range, but it's a 4 bedroom. Now this is the higher end. See some pictures? That's good photography.
Yeah.
Beautiful floors too.
Yeah, this sold about a year ago.
Woo!
Yeah.
I wonder if Flag did those.
Yeah. So you know the same Ardmore type of construction,
Okay.
decoration.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's the basement. That's the finished basement.
Wow, that was good. Do you see, is this carpet or vinyl? This is vinyl, right?
Yeah, that's some type of, no, you know what that is?
What?
That's the rubber intertwined, you know, the rubber flooring that goes, like you mainly put it in garages.
Like a vinyl okay.
No, you mainly put it in
Squares.
garage. Yeah, the squares.
Like rubber squares, yeah, okay.
That's a nice
It
little
looks
room.
super good.
But you know why they put it, look at the washer and dryer room right off of there. So that's just a little man cave downstairs.
Right. Yeah, look, this is, they're ready to put the TV on here.
Yeah, put the
Yeah.
TV, got speakers, surround sound, everything.
That's around 60.
What did that sell for?
239.
Mm.
239. Look at that.
So now we know we can't be at 230, right?
Yeah.
Because they sold over the asking price by 7 grand, right?
No, actually 6,000 below. Actually, 232.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so we know we don't have a comparable property that big.
Now the only thing, this was April of last year, and this was
The market is hotter now.
Exactly. This was just when it was starting to get hot.
And is that, how many days on market was this?
So, let's see here, 2 months. No,
that was close date.
Yeah.
So it was on the market less than 30 days.
7 days.
So it closed.
7 days. It was only 7 days in the market. And this was
Not as hot as the time it is now.
no, it was. This is exactly when it was starting to get hot, but it wasn't, you know.
So looking at those two properties, you can't be at 130, but we can be, 230, but we can be probably around 220.
Yeah.
And maybe even 225, depending on how, because you have an Ardmore factor to it.
Yeah. Or, yes.
Because take away the man cave, and we got that huge garage out back.
Yeah.
So
that is beautiful. That is something people love, that kind of thing. Plus, just that costs a lot of money. But also, we got so many of these guys that love Ardmore to flip Ardmore that even we can either flip or wholesale it. Because we're gonna have a few of those guys wanting to buy it.
at the right price, I would wholesale it.
So, but I think there's choices.
All right, so I'm thinking around 220. I'm gonna say 220 is our top end for right now. And I'm gonna use that ARV to do my numbers. So this is pre-appointment. We haven't been to the appointment yet. Appointment's later on today. I'm going to get the contract at this appointment at the house. I just need to know where I need to be at financially. And that's about there. So later on today, you're gonna see us at the appointment and we'll go from there. Later. Yeah, the roof needs some help. Yeah. You got any inside leaks with the roof?
Damage from an ice storm, I think if I remember right, insurance said 2015 or 2013.
It's before you owned it.
Yeah,
So you bought it cash?
No, I didn't.
So the bank let you get it with the damage? They should have.
It's not bad, it's just bubbled sheetrock.
Okay.
Just need to replace some sheetrock.
I can go in here?
Yeah. Fenced in backyard, got 4 gates on there, and on the other side of the garage.
Okay.
For the other 2 cameras.
Oh, really?
Oh my God.
I didn't know that till after.
Three for one.
Yeah.
So it just needs.
Yeah, as you can see, this is where I was talking about. The skylight damage is right next to the other skylight too.
When people put in skylights, they don't put them in right. And if you don't put them in right, if they're not original, it's hard to put them in.
Well, these were original to this part of the house, because like I said, everything from that wall back was an extension on the house. 1990, I think.
Yeah, and they just it's a good area for causing leaks. That's a Ludi board too. You know that game? You ever play that game on the wall? It's Ludi.
Is it?
I see the Rastafarian flag you had in the garage, and then I see that game. I'm Jamaican.
Oh, okay.
So that's a game we play called Ludi, and it's very popular in Jamaica.
And I realized I got it from my dad, and I don't even know if he knew what it was.
Yeah, it's it's Indian, like India, and then Jamaica play it as well too. It's called Ludi. It's a board game. You get like.
Actually, I was kind of wondering what it was.
Yeah, you get like 6 dice. So like, you got to roll. So these are your home bases. So it's 4 players, and then this is your home, right? So like that's your home, that's your home, that's his home, and that's that home. So you got to go all the way around the board and get back in your home, but you got to use exact spaces to get in the home. So like you only can leave your house if you get a double 6. And then once you leave out, then you can 6 to leave and then a 6 to go. And
That's
then
exactly like a game in Peru, man.
I've been
Ludo.
Ludi, it's the same. It's got to be the same thing.
I mean, this is just fancy for
Yeah,
real,
my
man.
brother
It's
makes
like-
these.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I know like know
Yeah.
like a lot about them. That's like a cool version. That's
Yeah,
like
when
tile.
when I first got that, it was in rough shape. I cleaned up the leather and everything. And
Look up the game online and play it. You just
Yeah.
need dice and like some pawn.
Okay.
Yeah, that's nice.
Double and too many double. If you get a double six, you got to go like if you get 2 or 3 double sixes, you got to go back home. And it's more common than you think. And like it's pretty cool. And then you can kill somebody and send them back. It's cool. It's just look up the rules. It's a pretty cool game. You see right here. So just the same on that one. The skylights. You got to pull them out.
Well, you have to redo the rules, so that's why
Yeah.
you can do that.
So it's like a Jack and Jill bathroom almost for that one.
Yeah.
And then your bedroom has its own everything.
Yeah, but it also connects to the hall, so you can get to it from the living room.
Got it. Okay. But I mean, you're right. It's about 35,000 in work.
Yeah.
That's
Easy.
what I figured.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're pretty close. I mean,
Doing the roof, then you're doing these decks.
in the AC.
The AC. Then you have to, the details in here.
With the
To do that countertop, that's
where's the electric panel?
The layout of the countertop is not
Yeah.
bad. You just have to update it.
Oh, okay.
You know?
What I know we talked about price a little bit. Once 170, 165 would put me at a break even point. Where I mean, are you trying to leave the Colorado with some cash? Is that your?
That would be good. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to know your objective because
Yeah.
I mean it's just.
I mean, make a little cash off of when I bought the house and the work I put into it. Not trying to make a lot.
Yeah, I know,
Like I said,
I know.
I understand you got to make money off the house.
Yeah.
So.
Because if I go invest in, I mean, the top end in this neighborhood would be pushing 200. Like, and that's pushing it because you got stuff listed for 189.
Comps here right now, the house is for sale. When you got a four bedroom.
He's a
2 bath
broker
right
as well,
now.
too.
Yeah, I'm a broker.
Okay.
He has to tell you by law.
Yeah, sorry about the dress code. But yeah, we're all dressed casual today, right? So very cool.
Yeah, so am I.
Yeah.
Cool.
I just woke up from a nap.
Oh, okay, good.
So the 4 bedroom, 2 bath. There's 2 houses right here in Knollwood, right across
Yeah.
the street. 189.9.
Okay.
Yeah, and that 189.9, they're actually close to 2,000 square feet, which is more than here, yeah. So that's why we're
But are they
thinking.
one level? Because that's what sold the house on for me.
Sure, but let's say the one level, the main level is even a little more. The 200
the one that was a
200 some square feet is second level, which
Yeah.
is not a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. So you got a nice main level. Yeah, this is.
the layout's good. Don't get it wrong.
This is the question. The house is nice, and it's like it's not made out of armor, but you do have to spend 40,000 to get it there. Yeah, that's the thing. But and we were looking to see if we.
Because I'm like, can I get 220,
Yeah.
230? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I can't because the top dog that sold was we drove past it. Was it the 4 bedroom with the finished? Remember the finished basement?
Yeah.
They got 227.
Yeah, and that is.
Them pictures were. I mean, the man cave in the basement. That alone would have bought the house. It had surround sound.
Over 2,000 square foot.
Yeah.
And that was pristine.
That's the blue house on the. Is it on the backside of this road?
That would be Queen Street.
No, it was. Which is this other one here? Linville? No, not Linville, but
Bellevue?
Bellevue.
Bellevue. It's on
Bellevue.
Bellevue. It's the blue.
Exactly.
The blue house got 227,
Yeah,
and so that's bigger than this.
Yeah.
And if you see the pictures,
yeah, pristine.
for me to do that, it's 50 grand.
Yeah.
So that was the problem because we were trying to look.
I was trying to push it out.
We could do 220.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then we could give you,
Yeah,
say, hey, give you a better offer. But the thing is that showing it, everything's 189 really on this sort of this size.
And I'm a dangerous guy, so I would push it to say no.
Yeah.
I would list it for 200, probably get 192, 190, 193.5,
Yeah, my original plan was listed for 210 and take 195. So.
Right.
Yeah. So I mean, what do you, with your objective, right? Everybody has an objective. You're trying to head out to Colorado with some cash in your pocket, start your new job, get your new place.
Yeah, not have to worry about this basically.
Yeah, I know, and that's why people call us, because like I told you over the phone, I'm not going to be the most expensive.
Oh yeah, I know that.
I'm the least headache, but I'm not the most expensive that you're going to get. And
if I get some cash in my pocket and don't have to deal with the headache, I'm happy.
And you do have a mortgage on it.
Yeah.
What are you trying to get the difference between the balance and what are you trying to walk away with? Because then we know what a number is that you just like, yo, I got to have it. Because I already told you at 165, I'm break even. And that's break even on raw numbers. That's not realtor at 6% on the back end. You know how that crap is, because I have to list it because I got to put it on the MLS to get the most buyers to buy. So just raw numbers, I'm break even at 165. Yeah. Where are you in between there? Because my total investment.
I mean, the number I'd be really happy with would be 150.
So I can make 10 grand? I wouldn't even make 10 grand.
Hey, you asked me for a number.
No, you're right. No, you're right.
What number makes sense to you?
Let's just look at it here together.
What we do is, the good thing in what we do is, let's say you say a number, that's cash right there, and that's a number.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Let's just look. Let's just say I get 195.
Yeah.
Minus 6% for the realtor, 3% in closing. So 9 altogether, right? 9%.
Yeah.
I'm right. That's right where we said we were at, right? Yeah. Let's just say I put 35,000 just in costs. At 142, I ain't made a profit yet.
Gotcha.
Right. So on a typical flip, if we're gonna on a typical flip, if I'm putting like 100, 105, I want to make 25%.
Gotcha.
It's just kind of what it is. Money holding costs. Sometimes I'll borrow money at 8% versus using all my cash.
Makes sense.
Right? So I'm already past your 150. I'm below your 150. I ain't even make. But that's what I'm saying. It's just it's really not a. I know it's not a game. I don't want to sit here and go back and forth. Be like, hey, listen, I'm at 142 and you see I ain't made a dime yet.
Yeah.
So
what's the other 3%, by the way?
Closing costs. So
okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
So when you bought this house, I don't know if you bought it from a seller, you asked. First of all, you're gonna have to pay the attorney to do stuff, and then you're gonna have to pay some of the buyers closing costs. So 6% for each side, of three for each side, and then we always figure another 3, and that doesn't even include the inspector coming back and writing a 50-page report and say do this, that, and we usually put aside 3 to 5 grand just for that.
Gotcha. That's why we worry about the Joyces not being this or that, because I know we're gonna have to do it,
Can't get no way around it.
They do the inspection.
So I'm at 142. This whole project is upwards of a 170 grand investment. I need to make at least 25 grand, and that's tiny for the amount of investment. Like I said, I like to be at 20.
Put you down to 115.
117.
Yeah, that's too low. It's less than what I bought the house for.
Yeah, and that's just doing raw numbers.
Yeah.
So, and that's why I say there's not every house I go into I can buy. It doesn't make sense.
Makes sense.
So it's kind of like, what number are you comfortable with? Will it happen? I don't know. So if you throw out a number to me and say, look, that's what I gotta have. Yeah. I won't go beyond it. I won't go below it. But I'll tell you yes or no. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of, a lot of guys are going to do a bunch of other things. And then there's different options, right? Let's just say, like we talked about on the phone. Remember, sometimes it don't make sense for me to buy cash. Yeah. Right? Say you want to walk away with 10 grand in your pocket. Okay, here goes a 10 grand check. We'll pay the mortgage for the next 4 months while we renovate this thing, and we'll stick it on the market. Now we have renovation costs plus a 10 grand check. Now I don't need to make $25,000 because I didn't put up 170 grand.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying now?
Yeah.
It makes a difference, right? So that's kind of the different route.
Sounds like a pretty big difference.
It's a big difference because if you just look at an ROI calculator,
Yeah.
if you put in 170 grand and you want to make 25, 30%, you need to do this. If I don't put 175 grand, say I give whatever the number is, I'm just making round numbers, 10 grand and then 35, 45 all in the project, and I get to make like 17, 18, 19, then we're happy.
Yeah.
It doesn't require that much money. It requires this much money. You get what you want, bank's paid off, and I make a profit. Because the alternative to listing is a listing agent comes here, one of these guys, and they're gonna say, well, I need you to fix this, and then we'll list it.
Yeah.
Do you want to do that?
I'd rather not.
You can though. It's an option. It's an option because your family's here.
Yeah, it depends what.
Well, it's a lot of work. A lot of work.
And depending on what type of loan
makes sense financially. Like I got another month, and I already quit my other job, so.
Oh, okay.
I got a month just sitting here doing nothing.
Correct. So you might can go.
If I gotta do it, I can.
Yeah.
Believe me, it's a process. It takes a long time.
But you have the option.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So this game is all about what works for you, what works for me, and it might not even be what works for me because it might just be what's best for you. Yeah. I'm just a solution-based guy.
Gotcha.
If
it sounded like the all-cash offer is just not going to make financial sense.
For nobody.
Yeah.
For no investor that's going to come here, right? Because it just the room. Now, if we can push 220 out of this neighborhood all day, let's sign it up.
Yeah. Gotcha.
But it's not. So just think about it, man.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. He's flipped over 100 houses. You can look me up.
Yeah.
I'm not we know what we're doing. What happens is basically we do a closing, like a traditional closing. You walk away with a check, whatever number we decide on.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
The attorney does the escrow for the payments for your mortgage, right?
Okay.
So you say, hey, look, I owe Wells Fargo every month X amount of dollars. At the closing, the attorney puts that in the contract. He escrows the money to Wells Fargo. We come in here. We got permission and deed to come in here and do it. We start renovating. We stick a sign in the yard. Let's just say it sells for $195. Then those numbers make difference. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For everybody.
So how does that work?
But you can't run out and go buy a new house until we sell this.
Well, I'm not going to any.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, I'm moving into an apartment.
Okay.
But how does that work liability-wise for the house for those 4 months?
Well, you're still going to have insurance on it. The mortgage is still in your name. So you're still technically 100% liable. But we have a contract that if anything happens, say we go 30 days late, it's written in the contract, it automatically reverts back to you with the improvements that we made. Okay. I'm not going to give you any type of money and mess up. What's your mortgage payment?
Well, with the escrow and everything, it's $876.
$900.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna mess up whatever I give you for $900 a month.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and even if that, we can escrow that entire mortgage amount for 4 months, 5 months, whatever it takes to flip it and sell it.
Gotcha.
And it's already sitting there in the attorney's account. It's the safest thing.
Yeah.
It's just, we've been doing it so long, we get calls where the deal size is this or deal size is that. You could just be like, hey, I don't want this fucking house. Hey, look, take 120 and get the hell out of here. You might take the check. Then it makes sense for everybody.
Yeah.
But it's not one of those deals.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So think on it, man. And let me know.
If you want to go that route, what kind of number would you think's reasonable?
I have to redo it. Like it's a little bit more complex. I have this Excel calculator that punches the numbers and I highlight the ones in the yellow and I spit it out. Right. And that once I get to my office, it takes me 10 minutes, but I can't tell you right here. Okay. So a couple things I would need. You're not behind on any payments, are you?
No, not really.
Okay. So reason why I need to know because I have to pay to catch those up. That goes into the calculation. All right. So
now, if you had a number that you could walk away with, go wherever you're going, that's helpful too. Because let's say you say, okay, you want 20,000, right? That's a number. Okay, now we can say, okay, look at the numbers, and we're not going to put as much money and stuff. He wants to walk away with 20.
Then I put the rehab cost.
Sense. Yeah. You know what I mean? I mean, if you had a number that you want to, because when we say walk away, you're walking away.
That's a check at closing.
We're going to do it. I mean, that's the first thing you get, that check before we sign anything else.
Gotcha.
You get a check.
I'm going to write some notes here just so.
As far as that goes, I mean, A number I wouldn't think about and just shake your hand and say that's a deal. It'd be 25 walk away for me.
Okay. So let me just write some numbers. What's your mortgage balance? Roughly. You don't have to hit it on the head, but this goes in that calculator. Okay. So 120K mortgage. Okay, and then your payments are, you said about 870, 875?
Yeah.
So it's 875.
That includes the escrow for the insurance and the taxes.
Okay.
Yeah.
120, 875. And you want to walk away with 25,000.
That's good. Sometimes, you know, people get a good rate in the house.
Literally, when I put this in the calculator, it's going to spit it out to me and tell me, is it?
It doesn't make sense or not.
Yeah, I didn't make. I'm not smart enough to make the Excel. Somebody else made it, but it tells me, because it tells me how much money I have invested, what's my ROI, and it's just cash on cash return versus full investment, right? So mortgage 120, payments 875. You want to walk away with 25K.
Yeah.
Cool. I mean, just give me like 30 minutes. I can call you or text you.
Yeah.
Cool.
Call me and text me.
It's easy, man. I mean, it's either gonna work or not. But yeah. I mean, you got a nice house here. You got an option to fix it.
Yeah.
And slow roll it. You know what I mean? Just kind of depends on you.
Yeah.
He's gonna get cash, and then he's gonna get it offer with terms.
That's my dad.
What are they eating? What are they eating?
Lasagna.
Oh.
With wine. Oh my God, they're gonna be sleeping when I get
Let them know what just happened.
Yeah. So what you guys were just seeing was the house we went to that we ran the comps on this morning. See, every appointment is not a wholesale deal, right? Guy's got a mortgage. He's got an idea what he wants to walk away with. He probably can't walk away with that amount, but when you add more tools to your tool belt as a real estate investor, you start figuring out ways to get that person a deal. He has a deadline and he has a mission. We're just there to help solve that problem. And if we can make money while we're doing it, great. Now I'm gonna go punch this in on my calculator that I have to see what I can generate. And it could be a deal or no deal. I don't care, I'm not desperate. And never be a desperate buyer, wholesale, and never go in there desperate. Look, the numbers work or it don't. His options are really in my favor. The kid, when I asked him if he is behind on payments, he had to think about it, which tells me he is. It's just gonna come out in a later conversation. So we'll see what happens when I get to the office and punch this in the computer real quick.
So what are numbers? Well, you said like one.
So I put them in the calculator, and that's what we're getting. So I'm thinking front to back, 4 months. Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
PITI, 875. Utilities each month's about 120, just sitting there. About right? A little bit of power and repair amount. I put it to 25 grand.
Yeah.
Projected payoff is about 20. Listing fee to 2.5. Closing cost with Eric. We're not using a loan, so there's no gap. After repair value, I put 190.
Yeah.
Okay. Closing cash to seller at closing, 14,000.
Sounds interesting.
But here goes the thing. If we do it ourselves.
But wait a second.
Hold on, wait, I'm about to show you something. If we do it ourselves, that's the money invested, 43,000.
Okay.
Net profit of 27 grand. If we wholesale it, just say we give it to Charles.
Right.
So Charles give us 7,000. Charles will make 20 at closing. So at closing, Charles will bring 21 grand, and then he'll rehab it with another 25.
Yeah, but you see repairman.
You said 20,000.
Yeah, cost. So that is cost. You know.
So then we got to do it ourselves then.
Exactly. Now there is now you got repair amount 25, projected bill for closing, monthly monthly utilities. Okay, right. I was thinking insurance, but it's already insurance in place, which is great. Okay, so that's great. So that is if we did it ourselves, that's a projected profit.
62%.
That's not bad at all. Yeah.
But if we went and offered him more, like 15,000.
So what would be well, you already offered him 14, right?
Yeah.
Well, 14, 15 is the same thing, right?
Yeah. But I'm saying it just sounds better.
So let's say, yeah. So let's say 15, and the loan is 120, it's like 135. Do you think we might be able to? We could always try a wholesaler too.
I just said that. I just put that in there, and it doesn't make sense.
No, but listen. Some of these wholesalers from this area, you know, they love this area. You know, they might pay 150 for it and sell it for more too. I don't know. I'm just thinking it's a possibility. I mean, we got choices. You know what I mean? I mean, that's a good thing about these subject twos, right? That you got, you know, you got different possibilities. And the house is cute. It's just those things that need to be repaired. That's what needs to be done. Now, let's see. Things that must be done. The roof. How much do you think that could?
I can get that roof done between 4,000 and 5,000.
Right. So it's 5, right?
But you got to count the garage too. You got a new garage over there.
Is the garage on the roof pretty bad too? Because maybe you don't have to do it.
Maybe just clean it.
Yeah. So let's say 5 for the roof. We probably can get away with 4 on the AC. So that's 9. Okay. To clean up and update a little bit the bathrooms, because you saw the difference. Yeah. You saw the difference that made Marylebone just by doing the floor.
Yeah.
So, but we can replace those vanities, put a cute vanity, but it's, you know, $200. I mean, you know, so a bathroom just by painting, doing the vinyl on the floor.
I would paint all that wood stuff.
But that wood is part of the.
It's wood paneling.
No. But that was not a regular wood paneling. That's an armor charm. I'm telling you, that's what those people that the neighborhood likes.
Okay.
But we can spuff it, you know.
So are we good right here at 25?
Yeah. What I'm thinking is maybe we can even go a little less.
We're still going to get good profit out of it.
Right.
Just by the holding cost being that.
Right. I'm just saying, yeah, but let's see, so that's 9. So we got that leaves 16. You got, like I said, the bathrooms a little bit. You do the countertop in the sink, okay? And then do the cabinets, just refurbishing them. I mean, just knobs and hinges and stuff like we did in Marylebone. The nice backsplash, there was no backsplash.
Mm-hmm.
Backsplash for the money, it's a good return. So, and then the other thing, the decks are beautiful, but you know, yeah.
I think you're safe to say 25,000.
Yeah, I think 25. Maybe we should spend it just so it's strong, you know, has a look
60% return on money.
Yeah.
We can put that out all day long.
Yeah. I mean, that's not bad.
Hello?
Hey Dan, what's up? It's Max.
Hey, what's up, Max?
Not bad, man. So I'm running it through my calculator, and here's the nitty gritty. I think it'll take me about 4 months, but you're probably more interested in what you could walk away at closing. About the top end of what I can do is 15 grand you can walk away with in about 2 weeks. I know you said 25, but the number makes a little more sense for me to do 15. And that's you walk away with 15 grand.
All right. Can you push it to 18? And we got a deal.
Give me 1 second. Let me see. I tried to get you. I started out with 25. I could. I can do like, and 17's pushing it. 17's pushing it. I can do more like 16 because I'm putting it, as we're speaking, I'm tapping it in the calculator.
16.5.
God, where'd you play? You play poker or something?
Hey, it's money, man.
I
didn't buy the house to not make money on it.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. All right, let's do 16.5. If I lose money, I'm coming to Colorado, and I'm gonna be staying in your apartment.
All right. I don't think you're gonna lose money on it.
All right, 16.5, and let me draw up a contract, and we'll get some stuff on paper, okay?
All right, that sounds good.
We'll handshake over the phone.
All right.
Thanks, brother.
All right. Thanks.
Bye. I mean, there you have it. I mean, 16.5, we'll make 25 grand. It will take us 4 months. He's happy. He walks away with, we solved this problem. We're gonna make money. We'll put a total of 45,000 in this project, and we'll make around 53.9% return on investment. There you go. I mean, that's how you do it. Guy called last night and deal today, so let me draw up the contract. Peace.